very well. And I hope everyone can hear me. Okay, great. And I hope everyone can also see my screen.
Yes, please.
Okay, great. So, firstly, I would like to introduce myself and my colleagues also on the call. My name is Derek, Derek Blankson to be precise, and I'm ably assisted by two of my colleagues currently. Um, there's a third colleague, but he's currently not on the call. He will be joining us very soon. So I'm Derek, and I also have my two other colleagues on the call, so they will also introduce themselves. Thank you. So yeah, James.
Okay, I'm James Nano for you, Derek's colleague, and then congratulations and welcome to KNUST IDL. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, James. Cephas.
I'm also Safaskokan, your administrator.
Okay, thank you. Great. So welcome to B2C Consult. At B2C Consult. Our aim is to ensure that before you leave KNUST, you've gained sufficient knowledge and experience that you can use not just at the workplace, but also to improve yourself as a professional. So at B2C, our aim is to ensure that you understand complex things and we make complex things very simple. So once again, we would like to welcome you, and it is our prayer that you enjoy your time at KNUST. Firstly, your choice of selecting KNUST was actually a great one, and we really, really appreciate you. So we just go through this quickly. So this is our welcome address and congratulations message. For the sake of time, I will share this slide with you. So let's just go straight into the structure of the semester. So firstly, someone may ask, how does the semester looks like? Or how does the whole academic year look like? So the MSc program is divided into two semesters. We have semester one, which contains 6 courses. Semester two also consists 6 courses. However, these courses are divided into blocks. So at the distance level, what the university does is that each of the courses are divided into blocks. So for example, first semester is made up of 3 blocks. So each of the blocks, we have 2 courses. So let's say, for example, block one, we have accounting theory and then taxation. And please, after this presentation, there will be a time for question and answer session. So if you have any question, you can just jot them down. When I'm done with the presentation, we will attend to all your questions. So back to the structure of the semester. Each semester contains 3 blocks, and in each of the blocks, we have 2 courses. So maybe block one, you have accounting theory and also that of taxation. So that make a block. So every block contains 2 courses. So 2 by 3, that will give you what? 6 courses per semester. And this is how it also look like. Um, each block lasts for a period of 4 weeks, which is equal to a month. So let's say lectures will resume next week. Let's just assume that on the 18th. So from the 18th of January to the 18th of February, that's a period of 1 month, which will contain 4 weeks. So within that 4 weeks, you are supposed to go through a block, and each of these blocks has 2 courses in it. And then this is how the block is being divided. That's the 4 weeks. So we have 1 week for online lectures. We have another week for face-to-face lectures. And then we have 1 week for revision. And finally, we have 1 week for midterm. So let's say if week one It is online. The online will be done for all centers, Kumasi, Accra, Tamale, and Takrade. So everyone will do an online course for that particular week. And then the following week, maybe Kumasi may be having face to face. When Kumasi is having face to face, it means Accra will be on break. So Accra wouldn't have class on that particular weekend. And then the following weekend, Accra will be having classes or Takra Day. And then at the end of it, the final week within that block, we write a midterm. So the midterm will consist of the two courses that were taken in the block. So midterms are written every month. So every month there's a midterm we write. At the end of the three blocks within the semester, then we now write the final exams. So
Hello, Derek.
I James,
Okay,
you can carry on, James.
okay. So our facilitator this evening, I think his screen just went off, and then he's going to come back soon. But what he was discussing was about the blocks. So as he mentioned, we have what we have three blocks in a semester. So in your
Your voice
first,
is a little bit down.
my voice a little bit down. Okay, can you hear me now? Please, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So just as he said, in every semester we have what three blocks. In every semester we have three blocks. So each block is allocated 1 month. So in your first block, of which you'll be doing two courses, the first week will be what? An online, just as he said. So the online will be done for all the centers, whether you are in Kumasi, whether you are in Takrade, whether you are in Accra, wherever you are, we will all have an online class. That's for the first week of what? Each block. The second week, some centers will be having face to face, whilst other centers will be what? Whilst other centers will be resting. That means that they will not be having what? Any class. And then the last week we all would have a mid semester. I mean, some will not have mid semester and some will sleep, or else some will copy others. Okay. So that will be for each and what? Every block. Okay. Just a moment. Let me project the slides and let's continue, please.
And James,
Yeah.
Yeah, 70. We are on that. And bye.
Okay, he's back. Uh, oh, Cephas, you shared your screen. Hello, Cephas.
Yes, I'm sure it's fast. It's a
yeah,
fast.
James, I'm the one.
Oh, okay. You are the one. Okay, so just we've discussed this one. Each block has what? Two courses and it lasts for what? 3 weeks. As we mentioned, the first week will be for what? Your online lectures. The second week will be what? For face to face. And at the same time, some centers will be resting. So it means that in the third week, those who will be resting will actually be having what they are face to face. And then what the others who were having their face to face will now have time to what to rest. And then in the last week of what the block, we all write what our mid semester together. So it means that there will be 3 mid semesters what in every full semester. So there'll be you are going to write 3 mid semesters in what every full semester, and then you top it up when you are done with all the lectures, all the mid semester. Then you what? Lastly, you write what? You write your end of semester. Okay. So we are going to the next slide. Now we are looking at the grading system and then what academic progression. Our grading system and then academic progression when it comes to KNUST. Please, I would like all of us to pay attention to this part very, very well because this is one of the hotspot areas that if you don't take care as you've planned to finish this course within a year, it might affect that a bit. So please, let's take. So as we all know, KNUST uses the cumulative weighted average, that's the CWA, not like our GP, the normal GPA some of us use, that we have the 3.5. No. Here we use CWA. And then the minimum CWA that you have to have before you can get what even a supervisor to, they can allocate you a supervisor for you to do your thesis is 55. Is 55. You see, that's the CWA that you have to get in order for you to get a supervisor. Meaning that if you don't get the 55, they will not give you a supervisor. You see, if you don't get a supervisor, how do you finish your project work and finish the school? So it means that it's what? Very, very, very important. The 55 look less, but it's a bit it's a bit tough. So please, that's why we are entreating all of us to what? To right from the beginning, right from the word go, put in all our best. And I believe everybody here, everybody with B2C is going to skip this. We are not going to fall there. Okay. And then also, students with CWA between 50 and 55 will be treated what separately, and specific what academic guidelines will be provided. So the 55 means that you are not getting what a supervisor. But when you get below 50, that one you spoil the case. When you get below 50, you spoil the by saying that you need to get above that 50 to graduate. If you don't get above that 50, it means that you are not graduating. Although the 55 has been provided, that's where they will give you a supervisor. Meaning, if you don't get the 55, you don't get a supervisor and you don't graduate. But the 50 is very, very important. Why is it so? When you get a CWA below what 50, it means that they have to what? You have to borrow a course. You have to borrow a course, meaning that after all the 12 courses that you'll be doing for the 2 semesters, you have to borrow what? An additional course. You have to borrow an additional course. And the course, sometimes you are not the one who is going to even choose the course. The coordinator would have to choose the course for you. So maybe there is a course that maybe it didn't go well for you. It didn't sit up. It just by the grace of God you went through. And they are going to choose that course for you again. So that's why it's very important for us all to put in our best and skip this part. Okay. Then, and also important, no students who fail to attain the 55 CWA by the end of the second semester cannot graduate, just like I said. So the supervisors are located somewhere around after the first semester. So that one, if you after first semester, if you've gotten less than 55, it means that you are not getting what? A supervisor. But at the end of the second semester, if you have below 55 again, that's if the second semester results come and you are still below 55, it means that you are not graduating. That's where the borrowing of course do what? comes in. Okay, so Derek is back in. Thank you for having me. Now I'll hand over to Derek for him to continue from here. Derek, please come in.
Okay, James, thank you very much. Sorry for the interruption. Please, this grading system and academic progression is a very, very crucial area because at the end of the day, this is what we actually want to achieve. So in order not to find ourselves in the situation where you have to go and borrow a course from, let's say, a different department, it means that we have to actually put our all into this so that we don't find ourselves wanting because it's a very, very difficult thing that at the end of the day, some of our colleagues may not be able to graduate with us because they couldn't attain the required CWA. So that's why we have to put our best together. And that's why B2C is actually here to assist you, to work with you along the way so that we don't find ourselves in that situation. Okay, now the question is, we are talking about CW of 55, 50, and the rest. Someone may ask, what is the pass mark per course? So at KNUST, at the degree level, we all know that the passing mark is 40%. However, at the master's level, because the understanding here is that the reason why someone will want to do a master's program is that you want to get better understanding of a specific course. So therefore, the threshold has been raised. So the pass mark at the master's level is 50. You might say, about 50, anybody can get 50, but trust me, getting this 50 is not an easy task. It's not an easy task. You have to put in a lot of work, a lot of time, doing a lot of assignments, being in class, attending extra classes and all of that. So a student who scores below 50% in a course will be required to resit the paper. So at the end of the semester, let's say first semester, the results came, and let's say a specific course, you got, let's say 49 or 48 or even below 50, you'll be required to resit that course. However, this is where it becomes very tricky. You don't resit first semester courses at the end of first semester. All resit exams are written at the end of the second semester. So just imagine a situation where someone has resit in first semester and second semester. And the structure of the resit is that they use just one day to write the semester resit paper. So someone can have like 4 resits per semester, and the person will have like limited time to write all of those papers in just one day. So it is our prayer that none of us are even going to find ourselves in such a situation like that. Because the truth is that rewriting a paper is very, very difficult. Because at the initial stage, when you write a paper, you have the opportunity to what we call continuous assessment. This is where the lecturers will give us assignments, classwork, and all of that. And that one is constitutes 40% of the total marks. And then the semester paper itself is 16 marks, making 100 in total. However, when it is a resit, you don't have the opportunity of what we call continuous assessment. The resit is marked over 100%. So it means you have to put in extra effort. And this is the other sad thing. When you write a resit, your CW, because of the resit you've gotten, your CW will actually decline. And when you write a resit, you need to get an A in the resit. That is either 80 or 90. If not, your CWA will actually decline or it will reduce. So it is a very, very difficult situation that we don't pray for anyone to even write a receipt because it becomes even difficult to learn for a receipt. And over the years, B2C, we've been organizing classes for the past 3 years. And the most difficult personal experience I have had is to teach receipt classes because It's something that personally I don't like doing. So that's why we normally put in all our efforts to ensure that we write at the first time and pass. Because writing a receipt is very, very difficult. And we don't want any of our students to be involved in such a situation like that. So we've been talking about B2C, B2C. Someone may ask, what is B2C? What does it stand for? How do they operate? Who are the faces behind B2C? So basically, B2C is a group of private individuals who have completed KNUST, and by the grace of God, we have a chartered accountant who is part of us, and the other partners, they have almost completed their ACC and also their CA. So it is a group of private individuals who actually love teaching, and their whole passion is to ensure that students actually get a better understanding of how complex the situation may be. So we would like to issue a disclaimer. B2C is not operating from the university. That is to say, we don't operate under KNUST. It is a private organization where we assist students. This is very, very important to make this disclaimer. So basically, what we do is that we assist students when it comes to exams preparation, revision, and also understanding the concept of their lessons. So what is our goal? Our goal is to ensure that we simplify complex concepts and help students meet their academic needs and expectation. So basically, that's what B2C stands for. And this is our tutorial structure. We normally have classes between Mondays to Thursdays. So sometimes Friday is also part. Looking at the exigencies of time and looking at how crucial some situation might be, there's a likelihood for us to have classes on weekends in order to bridge the gap and in order to cover everything. And a very important aspect, our mode of operation or our mode of delivery is via Zoom. So this is what we do. We normally share the Zoom link before a class starts. After the class, the session is recorded, and that recorded session is shared with the students within 3 hours after class. So there are no delays, there are no backlogs about we not getting the recorded videos on time. We are very, very much prompt when it comes to like delivering on classes that we've recorded. And then someone may ask, when it comes to B2C, how is your payment structure look like? So our payment structure is per block. So let me simplify this. Each block contains 2 courses. The charge is per block. So meaning in first semester, we have 3 blocks. So the payment will be 3 separate payments. And someone may ask, what does the payment, like, why am I paying this? Like, what are the benefits I intend to get after paying this? So you have lectures videos, recorded videos that we've done over the past 3 years. We also have sample questions and then revision. This is very, very crucial. This is what distinguishes B2C from, let's say, our other competitors. We do not charge when it is revision time. Once you are part of B2C, the payment you make per block, it covers your 1 month lectures. It also covers revision and exams. So both mid-sem and main exams is covered per the charge you pay per block. We do not charge students separately for mid-sem, main exams, or revision. We do not do that. So I'm sure during the question and answer time, we'll also give better particulars to this. And our charge is per block. and it is 100 Ghana cedis per block. So meaning first semester, since we have 3 blocks, it is 300 cedis, but this amount is paid per block. So you don't need to pay the 300 cedis, you just need to pay the 100 cedis, get registered, and you go through the block. And then when we are done with that block, the next block is also the same 100 cedis. So our charge is per block. I'm sure this is very, very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. So, we wish you all the best, and it is our prayer that you have a very successful, productive, and fulfilling stay on campus. However, we just want to encourage you that you should be disciplined, manage your time properly, and we are actually here to support you. So now we'll allow the platform to be open for questions. Thank you very much for the opportunity. So my colleagues will moderate the question and answer time. Thank you very much. James, please, you can take charge.
All right. Before James comes in, my name is Bernard. I was actually a bit away. I'm now joining. So Derek, very well explained, and thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The charge Derek mentioned is what I want to emphasize on. Okay, when we say the blog per week, you are going to have class 4 times, the subsequent week 4 times, the third week 4 times, the fourth week 4 times, and the revision week, say 4 times. Now, this means that you are paying 100 cedis for 4 times 5, 20 times meeting. So in every meeting, we do 2 hours and ensure we've covered whatever we have to do. Please, your course is very bulky. Your course is bulky, and every lecturer is expected to complete this bulky course in 2 weeks. So they'll be in a haste to complete it. And so we are also here to make sure we take our time to walk you through the very salient ones you need to know and get ready for examination. I can see most of our students from the undergraduate level here. They actually moved with us from undergraduate to this place because we've been organizing class for them. And so they are also here with us. And we also want to say congratulations and welcome once again to join us. We are happy to see you at the master's level. Shout out to Felix. Anyways, he's the one I'm seeing. All right. I can see Felix on the call. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please, the floor is open for questions. Don't hesitate to ask anything that is bothering you. At this point, Cephas, I gave you a clue. Please execute the plea before the question time.
Okay, thank you so much, Bernard. So just like what Bernard said, it is time for questions and answers. So if you have any questions, you kindly raise your hand. My colleagues will moderate that.
Before the question answer, right after the class, this recording will be shared, and then a Telegram page will be created for blog 1 slides. So I'll create the page and then share the slides over there so that we can all have a look at what we have to learn. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Stephas. So yes, my colleagues will moderate the questions and answer time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Derek. Please, we are on the question and answer. I know most of us have questions to answer, just like writing our first day at school. But please, I'll entreat everyone to come up with their question. At this time, some people will like, oh no, let me not ask. I should ask. Please ask. Okay, we are here for you. Actually, we care about you, so please bring your question. We will answer all of it for you. So please, you can just raise your hand, and then we'll call you for you to bring your question. Not afterwards, because afterwards you ask your question the tutor will now have to explain it to you maybe privately and all that. But when it is hands-on, I think it helps very much. So in as much as the recordings will be available for you at any time, I think you should come to class, stay through the class, ask your question as and when it pops up so that it enhances your understanding. We're also going to solve past questions with you, possible questions. We are going to solve a lot of questions with you, but we'll make sure that you get the concept as well. That's what B2C is known for. We make the complex things